Oh yeah, last video of the day. I forgot to mention this. The reason I'm doing these also is for my adult kids and my grandkids, those here and some more that will come, to learn our history and Grand Mare's history and this, that, third. I promise you I'm not a narcissist. I just want to share it when I think of it. So, swimming. There's a stereotype, and I know it's a stereotype. It's not, people try to say it's fact, about black people's body mass being thicker, heavier than Caucasians. Ridiculous. But anyway, when I was a kid, my cousins can attest to this. We swam at Uncle Harry's pool, him and Aunt Verna's house. I shouldn't just say Uncle Harry. He had a wife. Him and Uncle Harry, Aunt Verna lived in Media, Pennsylvania, another suburb of Philadelphia, for those of you in the back. And he had that pool. They had that pool as long as I can remember. And they had a nice looking house. The pool was cool. They had a place for us to change our clothes. And I've been swimming there, and my cousins and my sisters, since we were knee-high to a grasshopper, as Southerners say, or something like that. We're Northerners, so I don't know those expressions, but you know what I mean. So, even though we had swim lessons, me and my sisters, and let me add that I was trained by an Olympic swimmer when I was like in 6th grade. I wish I remembered her name. She was literally in, I think, the 76 Olympics, and she was my swim teacher in the summer of 1980. Like, mind blown when I got older and realized that. Anyway, so I always loved swimming. I never cared about my hair or all the other things that we're taught to care about as black women. I didn't care. But anyway, I still don't. Uncle Harry's pool was why none of us had a fear of swimming. We loved swimming. We had a good time in his yard. I don't think anyone had a fear of swimming, but again, to kind of break the stereotype that I've often faced, like in the working world or the corporate world when I was an adult, there are some people who assumed that we grew up in certain areas or were familiar with the hood, and no shade to people from the hood. Whatever that is, my cousins, anybody who grew up, nothing wrong with that. But the stereotype is that we all came from that, and we didn't. Like, for example, I remember I had to cut the grass when I was a kid. Of course, I'm a girl, but we had a little less than an acre. But I have inadvertently blown the minds of people in like meetings when someone says, yeah, I had to cut my grass. Me too. Like, they thought I lived in a row house and had like no grass or something. Anyway, but for the kids, yeah, we swam, and it's helped me big time when I'm on vacation. I love to go swimming in the ocean, in a hotel pool. All right, you've been informed. Last video of the day, because I'm starting to look like a little haggard or haphazard, as my mother would say. Go do your hair. Okay, bye.